Hello, ladies. How are you this morning? Okay, I want to ask you a few questions. I want to know where you're at, right? Do you feel valued? Do you think you're valuable? Did you spend Valentine's alone? And how did that feel? Was it your first Valentine's? Was it not your first Valentine? These are my questions to you, right? And remember, being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. Being single doesn't mean you're lonely. You know, this is life. Life has different ways of operating for us, right? We have happy times and we have sad times, right? But we always know that good times will come after bad times. And when we're in good times, we always got to remember that bad times could come again, right? So even taking a break from dating, it's okay to take a break, right? But what are you doing if you do decide to take a break? What do you do? Well, you use that time to work on yourself. You know, that's one of the hardest things for anyone, right? Is to work on ourselves. Is to look at the things we do, to take a self-inventory, right? To look at the pros and the cons, to make a list of what we like and what we don't like about ourselves, about our lives. These are things that you can do therapeutically to help you find more answers to your own life, right? Yeah, so you can do pros and cons list of the things you like and don't like about yourself, the things you like and don't like about your life, what you would like to change about your life. You know, writing is therapeutic, right? That's why journaling is a great thing. Yeah, and you should journal. You should write down things. It's very therapeutic. And even writing down your dreams, like when you wake up and you remember something, write it down. Don't even worry about looking at it. Just write down what you remember, because sometimes they say messages are in our dreams, that those are subconscious thoughts, right? Surfacing. But back to you being valued. You know, it all starts again at home. Home meaning inside yourself. Do you value yourself? Do you think you're priceless? Do you think you're beautiful? Are you doubting yourself? Are you feeling like you're not good enough? Are you feeling that you can't meet anybody because there's something wrong with you? Get rid of that thought, right? There's nothing wrong with you that is preventing someone else from being with you. I mean, listen, sometimes we do have issues. Everybody has issues, right? The thing is, what are you doing about your issues? Are you addressing them, or you're just disregarding them? And that's where the self-work comes in, right? You got to really do work on yourself, because, you know, when I say, like in my previous video, that you should not drink on the first date, why is that, right? Well, one of the things about that is that it gives you an opportunity to see, to foresee rather, a danger in the future. So say you go out with a guy and he likes to drink. So you're meeting him, he's gonna have one drink, you know, but then he's gonna have another drink, you know. And the whole night, even though he's trying to get to know you, it revolves around drinking. So what does that say? It probably says that the guy has an issue with drinking. So now that allows you to make a choice. Do you want to have a guy in your life who has a drinking issue, or do you not want to deal with that, right? Yeah, drinking is legal, drinking is fine, but drinking is also the worst drug in the world, because it's the only drug that has a dual effect. Yes, I said it, alcohol is a drug. Even though it's legal, yeah, okay. That doesn't mean anything. Cigarettes are legal. Would you say cigarettes are healthy for you? Absolutely not, right? So alcohol is not a healthy thing for you. But we're not going to get into health topics. We're talking about watching out for red flags, identifying red flags when you're in the dating game, right? So a person having a few drinks the first time you meet them, it says something, you know. A person not drinking, on the other hand, also says something. If they're, you know, if they say, no, I don't ever drink. So what's that about? Are they a person they're possibly in recovery from having a drinking problem in the past? Or are they just a health conscious person who doesn't feel they need to drink and they're comfortable with who they are? Perfect example, right? I don't drink. I used to drink, right? I got to the point that I don't really need that stuff. It doesn't really agree. It's not a necessity. It's not something I look forward to doing. I'm pretty comfortable with the person I am, right? And so I don't need any substance, outside influence that's gonna make my mind whoopy or loopy or whatever, right? I just want to be clear and always put my best face forward. So being natural and clear-headed, yeah, I don't need a drink. So those are kind of red flags to look forward to, like, in experiences, right? Because everything in life is an experience. You kind of have an experience from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to sleep. Every day is an experience. We learn something, we go through stuff. But what you want to do is look at these experiences when you're dating people. And yeah, you got to have a checklist for them too. You know, you got to have a pros and cons list, you know, when you meet somebody. What are the things you want in a person that you're going to meet? What are the things you don't want in a person, right? So having written down this list for yourself, it kind of helps you to weed out the people you don't want in your life, which is not a bad thing. Of course, we always got to come back to ourselves, right? Protect ourselves, make sure we're okay, and care for ourselves and love ourselves, right? We have to show love. We have to show love to ourselves every day, thanking ourselves, thanking our body, and, you know, and being grateful for the things we have, right? So in the dating, you have to think about these things and you have to do the work on yourself, right? It's like you don't smoke cigarettes, right? But yet you're gonna go and meet someone who smokes cigarettes, but you don't know that they smoke. But when you meet this person, you smell the cigarettes, and you know, and they have to go outside to have a cigarette, right? Is that something you want in your life, right? Someone who's a smoker. So there's many things that we have to look at, and it's very important because we're talking about finding a partner, right? Finding a person that basically we want to spend, the rest of our lives with, right? So in order for that to happen, you have to make sure that you have a checklist, that you have these things. Yeah, you have to evaluate people, you know, because first meetings, first impressions, you know, sometimes they provide information, sometimes they don't. And at the end of the day, you got to protect yourself. So tell me some of the things that you experienced during your dating. What are some of the negative experiences? Write me in the comments. Let me know some of the things you've gone through, some of the things, how you feel about yourself. And what are your experiences? And I'll share with you what I think about them, right? I'll guarantee you that if you write me in the comments, I'll get back to you. I will write you back, okay? So yeah, tell me what's going on with you in your life in your dating life, how I could be of help with your change, how I could guide you on your journey, hopefully, or more than likely, to make better decisions, right? Because at the end of it, why am I doing this? Because I want you to have a better quality of life. That's what really it's all about. Yeah, there's a lot of junk out there. There's a lot of negativity, especially nowadays. This COVID brought out like all the creeps, all the creatures, and all the negative, Sammys and Susies, right? So you gotta like really have your guard up. You really gotta be on point about what you get into, what you go see, who you go see, what do you invest in, I just read somewhere from some guy's dating advice on YouTube, and one of the guys gave rules like you should never pay for dinner or food on the first date. I mean, do I agree with that? No, because you got to make that an experience, right? Okay, so if I'm gonna go meet somebody and I haven't eaten and I'm hungry, hey, listen, it's better to go have dinner with someone and enjoy the experience of having company while you're eating than to eat alone. So that meal that you pay for that person, it's not really a loss because that was an experience. You had an experience, you had company during dinner. And it also showed you, it gave you the opportunity to spend time and get to know that person. So those are, things that people put out there, which I'm not totally in agreement with. I recall one of my experiences, the woman was in school. I believe she might have said she was in nursing school. She had a roommate. Her budget was tight. And she thanked me after dinner because she was hungry, right? And she didn't have the resources to have such a nice meal. So she thanked me at the end of the day, and it was okay. I didn't see her after that. For whatever reason, we didn't click. But that wasn't to me like a loss because I paid for her dinner. I paid for my dinner as well. So it wasn't considered a loss to me. It's the mindset, right? Always have compassion for other people. Don't be selfish, right? It's okay to care about self and, and don't be selfish. Don't think that everything is me, right? Because that's not how the world revolves. Greed is not good, right? So be compassionate. You don't know what the other person's situation is, right? But also be careful. Don't bring in out of caring and out of being compassionate and bring somebody into your circle that could be a risk, that could be a danger, right? So be conscious of your actions. Be aware. Be very aware of your surroundings, of the situations you get into. Yeah, and even like the whole dating online thing, right? Talking about awareness. Like before you go out to meet someone, do a video chat. Make sure that person is the person that you're gonna meet. See what the video chat goes like. See if it's worth it. See if that person if you're comfortable meeting that person. See how they make you feel. Because that can save you from going out to meet somebody because they are a total stranger and prevent you being at risk. So if they don't want to do a video chat, hey, you know what? Then something's going on behind closed doors that you don't want to be a part of. If they can't do that, because texting is easy. Texting is cold. It doesn't really express emotions. It can always be misunderstood. Most of the times it is. So texting is not going to do it. Phone calls don't cut it either. Sometimes the person sounds fantastic in real, on the phone, but in real life, they don't cut it, right? So I believe the video chat is the best thing. Zoom it, FaceTime, whatever you use, whatever media you use it, because it's your time, it's your quality time. So go for it. Don't feel bad about, I don't know if that person is going to be comfortable with me asking. No, it's not about that person, right? It's about you. You need to be 100% sure that what you're getting to is a safe situation. That's how it goes. That's it. I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. You got to protect yourself, right? So, write me in the comments. If you like the content, if you like what I'm talking about, share it and subscribe. I know there's a lot of women out there that have been mistreated, misguided, misdirected, and getting real advice from a guy, right? A real guy, like a man, that can tell you that other side of the coin could be helpful. So subscribe, share, like, and comment, all right? And I wish you guys all the best blessings and good luck in your future.